Alright everybody, welcome back to Conqueror and Commander. Today we're going to be looking at a deck featuring Reki, the History of Kamigawa here. Um, just so everybody knows, if you go to puremtgo.com and check out my episodes and articles, you'll see a full deck list of Reki. Today we're going to be going up against Wort, Bogart, Ante, who's going to be red-black goblin aggro probably. Kira, Great Glass Spinner, who's I guess some sort of form of mono blue control, who really likes to protect her creatures, so I expect some creature-based shenanigans there. And Zozu the Punisher, who really can hurt all those green ramp decks similar to mine. You know, he's a nice little techie card, especially with Prime Speaker running around ramping into a bunch of crap. Everybody really seems to be into their green ramp, including me. My opening hand isn't bad at all. It's not a fast hand. It's got Falling Glaciers, and Sky Shroud Claim is out there though, so ideally what I can do is draw into a fourth land and then claim, and then Caged Sun is there as well. I don't think that's a bad hand, and I'll go ahead and keep it. It looks like Wort had to mulligan down to 5. Yeah, so since I drew a land, I'm just going to play lands and then the Sky Shroud Claim before playing the Thawing Glacier. I don't know if that's a correct play or not. That's just what I do. Lighthouse Chronologist. Creature-based shenanigans right there. We'll see just how long it takes him to get fully leveled. Zozu plays Fire Diamond. I draw another land. Wort plays Sensu's Divining Top. This just, you know, slows games down. There's Kira out there to protect Lighthouse Chronologist. Colony Gem, which bounces a couple lands. So that's a little weird, right? From a Zozu deck. At least I thought so. And then Torch Fiend out there is not a goblin, so I don't think he's playing goblin aggro, but he can blow up artifacts. Yeah. At this point, I'm a little confused about what exactly he's doing. So I play Reki. Usually turn 3 Reki isn't bad. I can follow that up with turn 4 Rofellos. Here we go. Drawnew's Crusade. This is basically just a goblin pump card. Not really sure why you would want to turn them into zombies, but you never know, right? Sorry about that. Teleria West gets played, and now we start pumping the Chronologist. Darksteel Ingot. Lots of I get attacked. Lots of mana ramp here. I'm just going to take the damage by getting the Sky Shroud Claim out there and playing my lands because I've got Rofellos and I draw more plains, or I'm sorry, forests. There's Goblin Matron. So this is not a screw around Goblin deck because he's going to search up Goblin Recruiter. But I'm going to have a ton of land, or a ton of mana available. My problem now is that I can Court of Calling for duplicate, but I won't be able to target the Chronologist because Kira's out there. And pretty soon the Chronologist is going to be giving Kira a ton of extra turns. So Zoo attacks Wort, and then Goblin Gardener comes out. Destroy target land. So it's some sort of like land destruction variant type of deck. It'll be interesting to see what exactly he pulls out. So I go ahead and play Caged Sun. And the Caged Sun is out there to kind of like be a target here for the Torch Fiend, because what I really want to do is play a Chroma's Memorial so that I can give all my guys pro red. And I won't have to deal with either of these two players really. Wort or Zozu. I play Konda's Bander to draw another card. There's Glissa. I bring her out as well to draw another card. Gaia's Touch isn't going to help me right now. I equip Reki, and I don't do anything. There's Goblin Recruiter. He's going to bring... So he's not messing around. He's got Warren Instigator, Goblin War Chief, Kikijiki, Krenko, Goblin Ringleader, Goblin King, Frog Tosser Banneret. I mean, it's just a lot of good goblins, and they're all going to come out to play. Plus Lightning Greaves, which he doesn't equip. I think that's just a mistake. The Chronologist is now fully leveled up, which means he's super scary, because he's just going to start taking extra turns. Hound of Gristlebrand, I love this card. He's just not good enough for me to put into anything. He should be good enough. I would think he'd be good enough. But he's a nice offensive weapon, especially if you're playing with a lot of equipment. Orcus Settlers. This card scares the crap out of me, because I don't want my lands blown up. And it's possible that he could be more worried about the blue player, but I'm not sure yet. Now the Chronologist lets the Kira player take another turn. She's down to 36, and she briberies me, grabbing Kozilek. You know, one of the things you got to be aware of is when you play with Eldrazi, you got to have answers to your own Eldrazi just for this purpose right here. So I draw Acidic Slime. I've got Court of Calling. I've got Raphelos. I've got a bunch of mana that I can make, and a Chroma's Memorial. What I want to do is hit Kira as hard as possible, as fast as possible. So I play a Chroma's Memorial. I draw... Oh yeah, this is what happens. I draw into Patron of the Oroki by playing a Chroma's Memorial, and this is what changes everything. Because now that Patron of the Oroki has haste, I can tap him to untap all my lands, so I can get a bigger Court of Calling. And I get to untap Raphelos at the same time. So I Court of Calling for Kamal, and I've still got a bunch of land here, so that I can pump all my creatures. They all have haste, they all have protection. And I basically go straight after the Kira player and pump everything with Kamal. If I'd thought about it, poor Kozilek gets exiled. I probably could have sent one of these guys after either of my other two opponents, but I just didn't want to worry about that right now. It's just much more fun to just take that mono blue player out right there. So I play Survival. I discard Acidic Slime to get Duplicant. I throw Duplicant in the graveyard to get... Oh no, I play Duplicant to get rid of Orcus Settlers. That's right. I just didn't want Orcus Settlers to come back and take out my lands. And then he uses Torch Fiend to get rid of a Chroma's Memorial. It's understandable, but I have Survival out there. And if I draw into another land, what I can do is tutor up Eternal Witness. There's Ringleader. Ringleader is going to draw him into a whole bunch of goblins. It's Goblin King, Goblin Chieftain, Krenko, Warren Instigator. So he sends his whole team after me, which is a little goofy. I'm confused as to why. The only one I'm down to 28 because of Zozu. I'm only really worried about Hound of Gristlebrand, but you know, I'll block some of these other guys. Glissa goes in front of Zozu. Oh yes, Wildfire. This is not a card you often see in Commander, but works well with Zozu, I would expect. It's going to do a good job of hurting a bunch of my guys. It's going to wipe out all of Wort's guys and take out all of Wort's lands too. Luckily I had a little bit of ramp, but I am going to lose Raphelos. He's going to lose all his land, but he still has 3 different mana producers. Oh yeah, and then because Goblin Gardener dies, he gets to get rid of my Yavimaya Hollow, and then Hound of Gristlebrand comes back. So it proves that it's good in this deck at least, because he can handle the damage like that. But I still have Caged Sun, I still have Patron of the Orochi, and I've still got Kamal, and all my dudes are big. I stick Vernal Bloom under here because I'm worried about land destruction. So what I did is, I tapped my lands, and then I tapped Patron of the Orochi, and I tapped my lands again, and I gave everybody double overrun with Kamal. And my main target is going to be Zozu. And that should be almost enough. He's down to 3 now. And then Wort concedes because she's got no land. Zozu Stone Rains my Mosswort Bridge. And then concedes. So this played sort of like a big mana green deck, but it was helpful to have Reki out there who drew me into Patron of the Orochi and some other stuff as well by playing some of my early Legend. I was able to come back from a Wildfire, and I was able to handle and take out a mono blue deck pretty quickly. Most games don't end this quickly. It just happened that I had Caged Sun and Chroma's Memorial and Raphelos all early on. Alright, hope you enjoyed the game.